is that a lot of times when people punch, they're really concerned with the punching component, and so that's the one that is sort of overbearing. So they'll punch, but they'll not really have. What you want to do when you punch is the feeling of the end of my hand in the punch, like that inflection, is the same inflection my heel at that instant feels against the ground. So you're actually kind of pushing down and back, like at the very end of the punch, it's like kind of sitting into that foot. So that push, this push and that push coincide. Boom, boom, like a little resonance right at that spot. Do you follow what I'm saying? So it's like down. So when you do this movement and you're pushing out of this thigh, you want to get that kind of, that feeling, that's the kind of explosiveness from that contracted space to the expanded space is that push of the back foot down. So I'm not making the Shotokan tsuki. This is, then when I'm blocking here, this is like push here, like compress, not relax. Compress and then like push. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So as I'm pushing out with my punch, I'm pushing back with my leg. Just like that feeling. That feeling. Try to get that. Not just a punch. Do the same high punch, and he's going to make a rising block. When he makes a counter strike, I'm going to actually come right from my rising block into like a Shotokan. So normally, you know, you draw the hand back like that, but for the sake of expediency, if the punch comes, it has to just be right here. But the feeling you get when you open your body up and close it in basic technique, you can start now get the same feeling in a really abbreviated movement. But sometimes it's hard to just do the abbreviated movement and get the principle because it's so soft at that point. Do you follow? Okay. So we're going to try that again. I'm going to go Inambarai and then so this kind of tight. Then this push comes back. So rising block. So make rising block. Then forearm block and push with the back leg. That feeling. Okay? Let's give that a try easy with your partner. Try to get that dynamic. Part of your ambition would be to go from like the physical shape of the movement to the inside feeling of the movement. So that's sort of the progression. Then later going to be sort of your spirit and how you're extending that feeling. So, but everybody starts with this. And the thing is that you've got to get past just moving your arm. Like even if you're doing a rising block and a punch and you're articulating that correctly, even if I'm doing it fast, it has no inside resonance. And what I'd like you to kind of think about is, say you had a beach ball, which is your body naturally just inflated. And I push on it and then it pushes back. I push on it and it pushes back. So that little bit reverberation in your body is kind of what you want to feel from transitioning from technique to technique. So when you're doing the rising block, even the guy that's doing the block and counter, he's got a little bit of that going on too. So when he does a rising block, instead of just blocking with your arm like that, this is like my body opening a bit, and then my body closing. That feeling. Do you follow what I'm saying? You can do it slow. You can still do it slow, but this feeling is like stretch. My shoulder's down, but my feeling is stretch, and then my next feeling is like collapse. But then you put that collapsation under some pressure, and that becomes the kime of your punch. So you guys that are doing this movement, same idea. When you're pulling to the Shotokan, this feeling is like, my back is straight. This is all my carriage is, I'm not like that, okay? So, but this feeling in my body is pushing in on the beach ball. Pushing out, pushing, push out, pushing, push out. In, out. Okay, so try to get the inside thing added to the shape thing. Okay, a couple things in the composition of your body when you do that, the forearm block. So I'm here like this. When you make the punch, your body is kind of open, it's expanded. In other words, you're pushing power sort of away from your center. Even though my center is connected, I'm kind of pushing out from my center. That's, of course, tsuki is pushing out from my center. When he punches, this is like pulling into my center. So it's like this expanding away, compressing in. You see what I'm saying? So one of the things you want to be careful of, you don't have the same feeling in your body. That would happen, say, if you just kind of went like that. See, I moved my hip, but there wasn't any change in the compressiveness and openness of my body. So I'm here, you want to be like, that feeling, compressed, not just flaccid. Okay? So when you're compressing your body, like you're going from, say, an expanded position to a compressive position, it's everything is reeling up to its axis. So my stance is kind of coming into its axis. My body is coming into its axis. Even my hands, like my hand is doing the same thing. Like my hand is kind of pulling. Everything coming, you're getting ready to go. So the hand, even every inch of your sinew is doing thematically what you want to be doing. Contracting. That's why the shoulders are down. That's why you're not like that. Because your body's doing that. Your stance is doing that. Your grip is doing that. So now everything is got its maximum potential built up. And then from that, then push out. Compress, push out. Try to get that inside feeling.